And it's Sunday night.
Here we go. Alrighty.
Welcome back. I feel like we never left.
I was going to say, such a fast week.
Such a crazy fast week.
Yeah. Hey, guys. What's happening? What was that look?
I don't know.
Did I throw you off?
I don't know. No.
I didn't mean to.
No, it's like I said, this is one of those, it's our typical Sunday night where this is the only cardio I get all week because I run around all over the house, tucking kids in, dishes, all that other stuff because we got to be here. It's like the only thing we're ever actually on time for. So
I know we say it every week, guys. We come running in hot. It's the same we had a busy weekend. So Katie had her birthday was like a few weeks ago, but she had her friend's birthday party.
But as parents, we're right on top of it and had her party 3 months later.
No, listen, this one last year we dropped the ball. This year was a little better. We had her birthday party. She had a lot of fun yesterday, and then we had another birthday party to go to today. The boys had a hockey thing to go to today. We were running all day. We went to get baseball stuff for everybody. My voice is a little bit better. My cough is completely pretty much gone, guys. So for those of you who've been following the last couple of weeks, I've been kind of recuperating, but I'm good. Busy weekend, had dinner, put the big kids to bed, and here we are.
Here we are. So, and a lot of people here tonight. So, want to say hello to everyone, all of you for joining us. Thank you very, very much for being here.
I'm sorry I didn't say hi to anybody in the chat yet. I think I said hi to Eddie, and not even. I logged in.
Well, Desiree was the first one here. I'm not sure if she's still here now, but thank you very much, Desiree, for the super sticker. That was very, very much appreciated. Very much, very much.
Mary Ellen was here. She's here. Meg's here. Scott's here. Cruise Nuts are here. Hey, Mike and Tracy. Geez. What? I'm so. Oh my goodness! I took over
my job.
I'm sorry.
But tonight we're talking about etiquette. And that was poor etiquette.
Love you. Go ahead, take it. No, you do you, man. Go for it. You do it better than me.
Well, Meg's here. Hey,
no, he really does do it
Meg.
way better than me.
I go through the stream and then I can put everybody up so everybody can see you. Mary Ellen Dillon's here. Thank you for joining us. Laura from Huddle Adventures is here. Scott McNeil is here. Hello. How are you? The Gaylors have joined us this evening. Hello, everyone. Tonight will be a lurker. No, you are not allowed to lurk tonight. You have to share your opinion because we are talking etiquette and we want to hear everyone's views on this. Cruise Nuts are here. Let's see who else is here is joining us. Welcome back. Have Luggage Will Travel. Hope you had a nice trip.
Hey, welcome home, guys.
Carnival
I cannot wait to hear
about
details about your cruise.
The other half of Have Luggage Will Travel is here.
Hold on a second. Have Pitt, what's with the eye rolls?
Because he's spelled it
wrong. Oh.
It's a spelling error. I wouldn't expect you to.
Okay, sorry. Mom's tired. She may not be in. I said that's totally okay.
Sharon at Sea Travel has joined us. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Is this where they're serving hot dog johnnies and pork roll sandwiches? Yes, just down the street. However, we will do that at our meetup. Apologies for missing yours. Airfare is just not in our budget at this point, but maybe next time.
I did make you pork roll, egg and cheese for breakfast yesterday.
You did. Julie Amos is here. Thank you for joining us. Michael and Maria are here. Hello. Yo. Brooklyn in the house. Eddie Lugo Studios is here with us this evening.
Eddie Lugo.
Has that everybody?
Am I still editing the video where we're at breakfast with them? I am. It's not. It hasn't posted yet, right? Eddie, I can't wait to post that. The morning that we had breakfast with you, I know that there's a live video of us having breakfast, but I'm in the midst of kind of pulling that in, and it's a lot of fun.
Your friend Melissa has made it to another live show. Hello.
I can't wait to cruise with you, Melissa. I love that you're coming into our chats, but I can't wait to see you again.
Richard and Lori are here. Eddie's giving me thumbs up on the text messages. Thank you for that.
I've been following Pam and Debbie. They've been posting like crazy. They're on all kinds of cruises.
Danny and Sherry are here. Hello. Thanks for joining us. Shanna's here. Wow, this is great. I love this. This is awesome. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Jimmy's here. P&B's Wide World of Ports is here. Huddle Adventures is here. It's hi, Meg. Not to... we clicked on something here. We're catching up. Lauren Lives Life is here. Hello. Thank you for joining us. The better half of the Lugos is here, Alice.
Hi, Alice.
Alice. I think that's everybody. We said hello to Mary Ellen.
I know you're scrolling so
I know.
fast now, I'm just defaulting.
This is what I do. This is what I do. We got to get through quick. You said I'm not allowed to spend this much time saying hello to everybody, so I'm trying to go quick because I want to say
That's
hello.
not what I said.
Leanne is here. Hello.
Hi,
hello
Leanne.
from California. So thank you for joining us all the way from the left coast. Question: how does Julie look more beautiful week after week?
Laura, your check's in the mail. Thank you, my dear friend.
I thought it was because every week you're one more week more occurrence.
You guys didn't hear him because Brian does not speak loud enough. We've had a lot of talks about this.
Yes.
We've had a lot of talks about this. As I'm editing, I'm like, Brian, you have to speak up.
I do.
And then how many people have told you that too?
I do.
There's been multiple other people that have been like, couldn't really hear Brian. I'm like, dude, I can only do so much with the editing. My mom, hey, I just wanted you to know. Hey, whatever. Anyway, sorry guys, we default.
Together we travel is here. Thank you for joining us. Bruce Cruz is here. Etiquette. I think I dated a girl named that. You can always count on Kevin for some etiquette. I appreciate that. PSV Odyssey is here. Hello, Paul. How are you this evening? And Tony G is here.
Hold on. You can keep saying hi. Guys, I am so excited to talk about this today. You don't know. Every single cruise, do I not say this? Every single cruise that we are on, I say, I can't wait to do a video on this. I can't wait to do videos. And then me and Brian are talking about,
so we're just going to do it.
What are we going to talk about tonight? And we're like this and that and this and that. And then I went, oh no, it's time. It is time to talk about cruise etiquette.
Yes.
If you guys can't see me, I'm pounding my fist. It is time to talk about, and you know what? There's going to be a couple people out there that might be a little upset. I'm okay with it.
Okay, because we have
I love you dearly.
We have some new people here, so you're going to upset people right off the bat.
I hope I don't upset anybody in this chat. But we are going to talk about, etiquette. So go ahead, finish saying your hellos.
So look who has joined us. The blind cruisers have joined us, AJ.
Oh my goodness, guys! We watched your video the other night, and you guys are so awesome. We are so excited for you guys. Oh my goodness.
Laura from Five Hungry Travels is here.
Hey, Mom.
And as usual, Mom is in the house. Mom is here. Make sure you all behave. Kathy is here from Wisconsin. Howdy, Bruce. I can't keep up with everybody saying hello to everybody.
Hey, Tara.
Tara's here. Hello, Tara. Down Under Cruiser here. Sean, thank you for. Sorry, is it late or is it early? I think it should be early.
They're behind us.
Hello from Brazil.
I think they're almost halfway, so it could be either.
You may be our first participant from Brazil. So
hey,
thank
Brazil.
you for joining us.
Who's it?
D.
Caesar.
D. Caesar.
Oh, 8. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. There's Melissa saying,
you know what, Melissa?
Cruise out of California.
It's on my list. I promise. I know. We actually have a group of friends that are going out of California that I can't make it on. But I know it's hard for us to get from the East Coast to the West Coast,
Mary likes me. She can hear me. Laura talks too well as well. I think we have a few of us in the house that are
Mary Ellen.
Yes.
I'll let you boost his ego, but still I could give him a hard time.
NJ Envy in the chat. If you are from New Jersey or just want to be, hashtag NJ Envy.
You got it, man.
Never knew a Jersey dude that was so quiet. Usually they're very loud and obnoxious. I try to behave myself for a few more years. That makes sense to some of you. The Masked Cruiser is here, still from Parts Unknown. We will figure out what Parts Unknown is, though.
Masked Cruiser, give us a hint, man.
Yeah, it's kind of like a fun game.
What's Parts Unknown? Come on. I'm curious.
Hello from snowy Vermont. Chris, thank you for joining us. You should have gotten our email. We're looking forward to hearing from you. And let's see.
Oh, wait, I didn't know Chris was in Vermont, though.
Yeah, because remember his flight came
into Newark. No. Okay, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking Connecticut. You're right.
No.
Okay, sorry.
Let's see. A lot of California. We're ahead of you. It's Monday morning. Nautical Nurse Nancy is here. Hi, Julie. And apparently.
Although, hey, Nancy.
Maybe you can give me some lessons. That would be good. Let's see who Ocean to Ocean is here. Bruce is here. And I think we are caught up in the chat, or it just jumped because it was tired of me scrolling. So we'll go with that. We will go with some nice etiquette this evening. And we will go ladies first because that is proper etiquette. right as Julie refreshes her screen, of course.
Okay. So like I said, I've said this a number of times. Every time we cruise, Brian and I, we are very positive people. We don't like to see the negative. We never like to highlight the. I don't, let's talk about this world in general, guys. I mean, everywhere you go, no matter what you do, there's going to be people you like, people you don't like. There's going to be people that do things the way you do it, people that don't do things the way you do. So, let's just wipe that whole board, okay? And let's just talk about being on a cruise. When you're on a cruise, you are on a ship, whether it's 2,000 or 4,000, or man, we got ships coming up that are going to have 7,000+, 8,000 people on board. So you're living in a small city, confounded to this completely vessel, right? Which is absolutely awesome. But you're not going to do things the same way with everybody. You're just not. Like, it's just, that's key. But I think the key to anything, whether you're at, the local park, whether you're at the school, whether you're at Walmart, or whether you're on a cruise ship, is, kind of doing things that are expected within social norms.
Well, when we started talking about this, and Julie said that this is what she wanted to talk about tonight.
Yes.
We said, I kind of threw it out there, and I was like, it's kind of like kindergarten. Like, what do you learn in kindergarten? You learn be nice to each other. You learn take your turns.
Everything you ever needed to know, you learned in kindergarten. That's a great book.
You learn.
If you haven't read it.
You learn to wash your hands. So yeah, it's kind of a lot. A cruise ship is kind of a lot like kindergarten.
So I'm going to jump right in.
Yes, you should.
What is the number one thing that drives me crazy on a cruise ship? You know.
Is it this one?
Oh no!
But that's climbing the list.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy on the breakaway. We'll talk about that in a second. No, it's not speakers, although that's
Tara
a really good
use
one.
your words and you share. Well, it depends on what you're sharing, because that's not what
I'm gonna go with number one is elevators. Elevators drive me crazy because listen, let's not even talk about COVID. Please, guys, that's over. Like that's gone. That's beyond. Like cruising is back to normal. Everything's back to normal. So let's just talk about cruising in general. So we're not even going to talk about numbers in the elevator. Well, I mean, that's part of it, but we're not going to talk about the whole COVID aspect of it. Let's just talk about cruising or cruising in general in elevators. You hit the button and there's
I thought you were going to start with chair hogs. We'll come back.
No.
We'll
Listen, everybody knows
about
chair
wrap
hogs.
up one.
We'll
go back to that.
No, elevator's number one. So you're waiting for the elevator, and maybe there's 2-4 people waiting. And then, as you're waiting for the elevators, and there's like 6 banks, 8 banks waiting for elevators, and more people come, and more people come, and you've hit the down button or you've hit the up button, and then all of a sudden the doors open, and the people that walk right up go right in.
Mm-hmm.
What? Where do you come from?
Says the video of Barney the dinosaur teaching manners should be incorporated into the muster drill process. Amen, brother. Preach. So you've hit the button. You were the first one there. You were the second one there. Everybody kind of knows the order that everybody's coming in. And even if you lose track because there's a lot of people that have come up, like that the last person that walked up to the elevators isn't the first one that walks in. I like having Kevin in our chats.
Now, that said, I think that there's also an order to people. And so even if you've been there earlier, an elderly person who maybe have some mobility issues, you don't run into super pregnant people a lot on a ship, but like somebody who you can clearly see needs to get on the elevator first. It's proper etiquette. It's just let them on first. Like really, what's the harm? But I really have a problem when people just are completely and totally oblivion, walk up, walk in, cut people off, have no regard for anybody else that's been standing there.
How about that poor gentleman on the Carnival Magic on disembarkation day?
Oh, yeah.
And he was on his little scooter, and he was kind of like wedged into the elevator, and he was kind of stuck, like not really stuck, but it definitely would have required a little bit of finagling to get him out of there. and he's sitting there, and people are just
Exactly.
walking in and blocking him in, and he couldn't get out. And we
People
finally said to him, we're like,
it was almost like he was invisible.
and finally we said to him, we're like, sir, do you need help getting us out of here? And he goes, that's all right. I'm on a side back, or I'm on a back to back. I'm coming out here anyway. And it was like, he's like, I'll just ride it again.
He had a really, really good disposition and a good attitude about it. But like, yeah, we were like, no, like let this guy off and on. Guys.
This is a good, Laura says, just like the New York City subway, let the people get off before you shove your way on. Yep.
Yeah,
just
right. I mean,
same thing.
Same thing with the elevators, right? How many times do you go to like, I think etiquette is like off and then on, not like on while people are getting off, because clearly there's only so much room in an elevator. So why would you push and shove your way through people trying to get off? Just let them off. It's not going anywhere. I think the other thing too is, and because like we travel usually, sometimes it's just the two of us, but when we have 3 kids, then it's 5 of us. Mm-hmm. If we're 5 of us on an elevator too, let's talk about when you get on, kind of like where you stand. I mean, like you don't like just like spread yourselves all out willy-nilly.
According to the chat, it doesn't matter where you stand, because it looks like there's a lot of crop dusters in this crowd. We got a couple that are bragging about the crop dusting here, so we won't embarrass you and throw it up on the screen, but you know who you are.
So you guys have been on an elevator with Brian before.
Oh, come on. Mike says, I always try to take the stairs. It really gets me angry when a person who's in a wheelchair, scooter, or walker, and people just cut in front of them. Yeah, absolutely. We've said a thing or two to some people. Not that you'd expect anybody from New Jersey.
I'm going to stand with the number one thing that drives me crazy is when people have been standing there waiting. Clearly they were there. Clearly they hit the button. And then somebody walks up, the doors open, and they just bust their way in. It just drives me absolutely up a wall. Let me tell you, cruise, no cruise, I don't care where you are. Guys, know who you are and where you are in line.
Josh says he stands in the door so people don't try to cram on. It appears to be full. Well, Josh, I think when you are in the elevator, it is full.
Josh, you like fill the elevator. Although I do want Josh in my corner, man, for sure. What's that one? I know you're off, and I'm trying to read the chat. Sorry.
Well, no, I'm just going through all the multiple crop dusters we have in the chat. It's true. Now, international sailings are a little bit different. We haven't experienced the Italy or Israel that Laura talks about, but they said it's a big factor. We know the lines are free for all, but the Brits love a good queue.
Now, here's a question, because I'm going to throw this out to the chat. How do you guys feel about people talking to you in the elevators, like people that you don't know? Because there's been some like mixed feelings on this. Like, when I got in an elevator, I have no problem saying hello or asking what they're doing that day or what they did that day. Like, I actually like to talk to people.
I talk to everybody too.
But I've come to learn, and this is a learning opportunity.
Usually they can't hear me though.
You should speak up. I've come to learn that not everybody wants. It's kind of like, sometimes you go do things like, I don't know. Sometimes you don't want to be talked to, and it's not said in disrespect. So I think I'm pretty good on cues, though. If people are like, and whatever, then I just shut up. But if people will talk back to you, do you guys talk to people on the elevators?
We'll come back to Big G. We'll come back to that. That's a good one. But Have Luggage says, let's talk. Megs and Cheese says, I say hi, but I'm shy.
But you can be shy, but like, is it bother you, Meg, if people like are talking to you, or are you just too shy and you're like, oh, please shut up?
Julie talks to everybody. Scott says, see, I think this is a cruising thing.
It's a Julie.
Well, and you know what? I actually once took I think it was a public speaking course, and they said an elevator is a great time to test yourself. See if you can learn one thing about a person in an elevator.
Oh, that's a good one. Learn something about
try to get somebody else talking.
I was taught at them, because my other job is an occupational therapist, and I was always taught have your different definitions of what OT is, because not everybody knows what OT is. So I was always taught have your elevator definition. So, hi, my name is whatever. This is what I do. Do you know what that is? I mean, not that that's not what I do, but to have that quick, whatever.
Kevin's getting a lot of his comments thrown up here tonight. It's good. Kevin's good with talking on the elevator. It's not the bathroom, darn it. So let's take it a step further. Do we talk to people? No, never mind. No, we don't.
We've said this before.
We don't do that.
My favorite.
Hey, how's it going over there?
The very first time Brian was recognized was in a bathroom.
We were in. Quick story for anybody who hasn't been here. That was the. We were at the.
It was
Half Moon Cake, and we're getting the kids. The kids are fried. They're literally fried, tired wise, and from the sun. And we're trying to get them back to the ship. And we said, everybody's got to go potty before you get back on the tender. So we go to the bathroom, and guys, the urinal next to me. Hey, are you Brian from Howley Cruise?
Although Brian came running down the ramp, going, "Hey, somebody knows you." So much fun, guys.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
So don't talk to urinal is not like an elevator.
All right.
Yes, Tara says you have to read the room. Yes.
You do. I think you always have to read the room. And isn't that all about etiquette?
Mom says dad talks to everyone in the elevator, then cracks jokes. I look ahead and pretend I don't know him. Mom, we all do that a lot on cruises. Let's see. I'm a talker. I say hello to everybody. Yeah, a lot of people talkers here. So yeah, but you know what? This is Blind Cruiser says that's how we know if there's anyone in the elevator with us. I couldn't just by saying hi. We always say hello. We will always say hello to you guys, and we can't wait to cruise with you guys again.
Love you guys. AJ and Melody.
Heidi says bathroom talk is for women. Hey, you have any toilet paper? This one's empty. Yeah. Hey, Julie, how about the AOTS spiel when in the elevator? We're running late to an elevator.
Right? Oh my goodness. How many times do we have to explain our shirts, right? Explain who we are, or that we don't necessarily work.
Sean likes getting into an elevator facing the way I walked in and looking at people. They either talk to me or they get uncomfortable. Let's see. Paul is the talker. All right. So I think we've beaten elevators today.
That's what I was just saying. Are we ready to move
on
to
you know what? It sounds like
I picked elevator first. What do you got?
Oh, the chairs is my sticking point.
Okay. Chairs
really
is a big one.
Chairs is a big one.
I think that the
because
chairs running
expands beyond just chairs.
This is true. My dad does this.
He does.
Yeah, talk about the crop dusters. Dad will just accuse mom of doing it when she didn't. No, so let's go to the chairs. So guys, I call them vultures. That's my term for them. I've used them. I've used it in some of our vlogs. I think I even have a thumbnail called chair vultures. Chair vultures. We all know what they are. They're the people who grab multiple chairs that they're not using. They keep them for hours on end. We all know that the cruise lines say you can't keep it more than 15 minutes or 30 minutes or 40, whatever their line. And they put the little tags, sometimes with the little tags on the chairs and say, we're going to remove your stuff. They do what they can do. But we all know that there are people out there holding chairs for a long time and they never come back.
You know who you are.
Now,
but then again, I'm saying that, but if they're probably not watching this.
Well, of course not. No,
but maybe you should.
So, I'm just can I start by saying what I do? Because I might be accused of being a chair vulture.
One could suggest that.
And I hope not, because I really do respect this. And I really try to be respectful and whatever. I naturally wake up early on a cruise. We love to spend a day at the pool. When I get up, I'm not going to sit up in bed awake by myself, right? I do head up and out to the pool. And I don't plan this. I don't go, oh, I got to get out there or whatever. And I'll grab 2 or 3 chairs. Now there's at least 5 of us, if not more. And I never grab more than a couple. Me and 1 or maybe 2 others. When there's multiples, if other people came and they weren't there, I would definitely release the chair. But I'll grab like just a little section and I sit out there the entire time. Mm-hmm. And you guys come up within the hour.
Yeah.
And when I say within the hour, like there's multiple other chairs available. And I'm talking 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm not talking 9 or 10 or 11. I'm talking super early. I love to get up with the sunrise. I like to be up on the deck by 6-ish, sometimes before, sometimes after.
Do you ever wonder how the net gets taken off the pool?
Oh, I know.
It's her. She does it.
Yeah, I think I do.
She takes it off.
So anyway, I love that. I love getting up. I love watching people come out and reserve their chairs and then go out. Like, it's all an experience. But like, dude, when you come out and you literally lay down 10 towels, a beach bag, some flip-flops and whatever, and then walk off and you leave this entire strand of chairs. And now I've been sitting out there since 6 a.m. Now it's 7 a.m. Now it's 8 a.m. Now it's 9 a.m. And you guys are now out there and the kids are still running. They're running around. They're jumping in the pool if it's open. They're trying to get in the water slides. They're going to get a snack and then coming back. And we are out there. We're sitting on our chairs and we're enjoying the pool. So I watch this firsthand all the time.
My favorite was when you're on, was that Oasis or Harmony? Now, if you've been on an Oasis class ship, there are 3 large pool areas and a splash pad up on the, hold on. I'm just going to play on. I'll finish that story one second. But Tara, it's going to be story time with Brian in a minute.
Oh,
it's going to be story time with Brian. Yes.
And we don't, like I said, we don't like to get involved in anything. We definitely like to be on the DL and whatever, but we did get in an argument. So
yeah, well, we did. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. But you were on, it was one of the Oasis class, and there's 3 large pools, and then there's the splash pad. And, there's a lot of families traveling, and there's a lot of people that want to keep an eye on their kids. So you watch the people come running up the train. And you said you saw some lady come up with like 13 towels and literally take the entire front row of chairs at the zero entry pool, the beach pool, and disappeared. And you actually called me and said, hey, listen, it's time to wake up the kids. It's starting to get a little crowded up here. So we came up.
I actually say what I do is I'll call them and be like, listen, are you coming up anytime soon? Because I'm not going to hold these any longer because I'm not comfortable. Like, I don't want people to come up to me and be upset. Like, I don't want to be that person. So like, if you're coming up, cool. If you're not, I'll pick up, I'll sit here by myself, or I'll pick up and we'll go to breakfast or we'll go do something else on the ship. But I'm not going to hold chairs if you're not going to use them.
Yeah, Kev. So I just keep clicking on your comments tonight. But yeah, so we watched that happen, and then another lady comes up and she takes another like 6 or 7 chairs, and before you know it, in like 15 minutes, there's like half of the chairs reserved, and like
the other
nobody comes back up for an hour.
Here's the thing. No, it's not an hour. It's more than that. It's not even about grabbing a chair, right? You want to grab a chair? Have at it. But these people grab a chair and then don't come back for either the entire morning or until the afternoon or until lunchtime, or like they just think that they can just go out and like just reserve a spot and it's just going to be stay there completely and totally unheld for hours on end. Guys.
Now, again, I think so we did say this is about etiquette. So I will say this. I think personally, there is no issue. If you want to run up with your group and put down enough towels or bags or whatever to hold chairs for your people that are going to be sitting in those chairs, leave someone there while others rotate out and go get a quick bite to eat or something
because they're coming back. Yes. And they want to, but you said something key there for people who will be sitting in the chairs. Mm-hmm. And I've said this multiple times. We're a family of 5.
Yes.
Our kids are playing mini golf. They're going on the water slides. They're in the pool. They're running around. They're getting ice cream. They don't need a chair. They're not sitting out bathing in the sun. Me, personally, I want a chair. I'm laying there. I'm closing my eyes if I can. I'm listening to an audiobook, flipping through a magazine.
But if you're not there, you know whose job it is? It's Aunt Christine's job because she made it into the chat.
Hi, Aunt Christine.
And actually, Tess Almon has joined us as well. Hello, Tess. Thank you for joining us. Hello.
I love how you just like jump into like.
Well, that's what I do.
But so yes. So like I personally, when I'm out at the pool, I might dip in the water to get cool and then I come back. I might go do the water side once and then I come back. I'm sitting in a chair. We never get 5 chairs.
No.
Just because there's 5 people.
No.
So let's talk about etiquette. Just because there's 5 of us doesn't mean we need 5 chairs. Our kids aren't sitting in a chair. Why am I going to hold up a chair that somebody else could be sitting in? So I like to get 3, right? One for me, one for you, because we'll both sit in them, and then one for our kids because they regularly rotate. And then when they do come, it's not like they're lounging or whatever. They'll come and the 3 of them will sit on it and eat their ice cream cone. Or the 3 of them will sit on it and eat their guy's burger. Or the 3 of them or whatever. So I think 3 chairs for our family of 5 is great.
Tess says after our October cruise, she vowed that the next time this happened, that the chair she was going to move somebody's stuff and take the chair. But last cruise that didn't happen. How about the dude on the Oasis that our friends had the chairs down the end, and the guy literally came, and they were in the pool, and they had like not a lot of chairs, but they were all with our group, and the guy came and picked up their stuff and moved it one chair over and took the chair.
Oh yeah.
And I said something. I'm like, dude, somebody's sitting there. He's like, no, they're not. I'm like, yeah, they're right there in the pool. He's like, and just walked away.
Well,
so I moved his stuff.
But you bring up a good point. If you have your chair, you have your towel, you have your bag, you have whatever, and especially when the cruise lines say we're only going to hold it for so long. I mean, I could totally easily be sitting on the edge of the pool or in the pool for at least a half an hour. And I do think that if you are there and present at the pool and you're in the water, yeah, that counts, right? So like I want to be able to go back to my chair, get my towel, get my stuff. I think that if you're there,
what if
your chair counts if you're in the pool?
And this is going to lead into story time. What if you're at the chair and you walk up to the one set of stairs to the bar, whether that be Lime and Coconut or Sky Bar, or whether, or no matter where it is.
Andy and Vanessa,
I know we do, because they would love this one. You go up one and you get your drink, and maybe you have a toast with a friend or say hello to somebody new you just met, and then you walk back down. And not only is your spot gone, but your actual physical chair has been removed. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's like it didn't blow away.
Oh, but
it's not that windy.
Okay, no. Not only the chair, but the plate of food.
Oh, yeah.
That was hot that you placed on the chair to go get your drink and come back.
So, yes.
So, like, it was like clearly there's somebody sitting
clearly
there.
Occupado. So yes, this happened.
And like not like you're not coming back, like an untouched plate of food.
So this happened to us. This exact situation happened to us on the Pride of America on our honeymoon, and honeymoon. You're still trying to be polite to each other, kind of thing like that. Whatever. Don't want to. So I'm like,
you're trying to be polite to me.
I don't know, something like that. But we had a great drink server, and he saw what was happening, and he goes and he's like, I'll get you. He runs up to another deck.
His fix was, I'm just going to get you another chair. Let's just not worry about it. I'm going to get you another chair. I'll find your chair and I'll bring it back and put it in your spot. Because our plate was on the floor, our towel was on the floor, and somebody literally moved our plate and our towel and picked up the chair and took it somewhere else.
Oh. Had we been vlogging at the time, this would have been the best.
This is 13, 14 years ago. This is a while ago.
Because the next thing that happened was there was some woman standing in the pool with her big hurricane drink or whatever she had. And we're like, well, whatever. We were kind of handling it in stride, whatever. And this woman's like,
we really are pretty passive with stuff like that. We were just like, we were going to go with the flow. We're like, this sucks, but
we were going to drop it.
We rolled our eyes, and our server was taking care of it for us. He was getting us in our chair. It didn't matter. Like, it was like, you know what? You let this go. You let it roll.
So the lady in the pool says, it was her. She took your chair. So it's pointing at this lady over on the other side of the pool.
So now we're standing here, but in the pool, there's a whole fiasco going because she's like blaming this other lady. She's like, she did this. She needs Well,
and I'm looking at it and I'm going, all right, like maybe she did, maybe she didn't. But then I look at the way the chair is situated and it's totally not in line with all the other chairs. And I'm like, all right, she totally took the chair. That's totally the lady. So I'm like, maybe she didn't realize. So I walk over very politely and I say, can we have the chair back? And she vehemently was opposed to that idea. So I drop it. We walk back.
And then our server came back with their chair. Yeah. We sit down. We're good.
So we're good. The lady in the pool doesn't want to drop it. The lady in the pool now starts yelling at the other lady that she took the chair.
We're out of the mix now. We're completely out of the mix.
Next thing we know, security's there. Both ladies are whipped up, taken down to security. They're downstairs. About a half hour, an hour later, the lady who was in the pool comes back up and she just strutting. And she comes right up to us. She goes, she's getting thrown off the ship.
grateful that somebody was looking out, but at the same time, things are being taken care of. So let's talk about the etiquette part of that, right? Sometimes you don't have to get overly involved because everyone. Okay, I want
But
to
if you
say
check our website, there is a picture of me because after they kicked her off the show. Well, I mean, I don't know if they kicked. I don't know what they did.
The picture of Brian with
standing on the chair,
with staring on the chair with his hands all like. Ooh,
that's
like
my chair.
That was the chair story.
That's my chair.
Anyway, let's not bore them with that anymore.
It's a good story. I'll tell it again later.
It's our funny story.
Let's see.
Anyway,
Tess says she has a story. She was in a guy tub. I see the correction down here. It was a hot tub. And a girl literally pick up and move my chair. Tell her it was mine. And she already, that sounds kind of like, hey, you weren't on the Pride of America in 2010, were you?
No, it just blows my mind that everyone's on a cruise. Mm-hmm. Everyone wants to have a good time, right? Everyone has paid to be there in some way, shape, or form. I don't care if you've paid out the nose. I don't care if you won the trip. I don't care if you're on casino credits. Mm-hmm. I don't care how you got there. You paid in some way, shape, or form to be on that vacation, on that cruise, right? So what makes anyone more entitled than somebody else to just not care about somebody else's belongings?
Well, and that's where we circle back to this kindergarten thing that we started with, is just being polite to other people.
So, and it goes both ways, right? So you can't just take people's stuff off and just move it. But at the same time, you can't just plop it. It's funny because I think in our situation, we were gone for 20 minutes and came back. We would literally put our food down to come back and eat it, went to get a drink, said hello to a friend, and came right back. We were back in less than half an hour. I think it was literally 20 minutes, maybe less.
I'm stealing that.
So in our case, I think that were we the victims of other people taking advantage?
It's a victim.
Stop. Of other people taking advantage of leaving their chairs empty for 2 hours at a time. Or is it not? Maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're wrong. And you guys feel free, and I will not judge you at all. If you think we shouldn't have even,
I don't know. I've been kind of
maybe one of us should have sat in our chairs while the other went to get the drink, and we shouldn't have left the two chairs unattended.
I don't know. I've been reading the chat. I feel pretty validated. And speaking of the chat, we also have to say hello to Becca. Is here. Becca from P&B's is here, and
we saw P&B.
P&B was here, and Becca's now joined us too.
I see
and
somebody
Betsy
saying hello to
from
Betsy.
Beach, please joined us. I saw her somewhere in the chat. Thank you for joining us.
Loving watching your videos. Loving watching everybody's videos.
I know this.
We are watching everyone's.
Has Mike come down off his high yet? Off of his big win? Tara says we teach manners in my pre-K class. You know what? So I've heard things that you can actually teach on a cruise ship, and they give you a free cruise if you offer something. Maybe we could teach a manners class.
The number one, my number one, every single cruise we're on, and every single time we stand at the elevator bank, I get so angry. I just get not angry because I am upset, but because I watch other people. And I'm like, you know what, dude? That's just wrong. That's just rude.
What's your next etiquette topic?
All right, so let's talk about something else.
We beat chairs to death, and we beat elevators to death.
We did. And if you guys have something, feel free to throw it in the chat. We will totally talk about it. So let's talk about let's talk about the elephant in the room. We have 3 little kids.
Betsy says Mike's still walking around in the jean bikini. I apologize, and I'm sorry for that. You know what, Betsy, I could have avoided that whole thing. I could have entered that contest, and you wouldn't have to worry about that. But
count number 1. No. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, the kids, right? Kids.
Scott says door slammers. Would you be referring to the kid door slammers or the adult door slammers?
I'm gonna jot that down. Because door slammers is a good one. I'll come back to it. But let's talk about kids. So again, this is a sticky one. It's kind of like the chairs. How long do you let it go where it's okay, and how long do you say no, and when can you remove the stuff and when can't you, right? So I feel like everybody's on a vacation. We have 3 little kids. Kids are going to vacation different than adults, and there has to be a tolerance, especially if you're on a cruise line that's a family-friendly cruise line. So you're going to have to be tolerant of kids being there And kids are going to do silly stuff. Somebody just posted, I don't know if it was just posted, but I watched a vlog not long ago about a teenager, or maybe it was a post in Facebook, a teenager or a younger kid, like grabbed too much bacon and then grabbed a handful and threw it back on the thing with their hands.
Yeah.
It was caught, it was whatever, but this was not an adult. This was like whatever, and they shouldn't have done it. It doesn't make it okay, but it was handled, and it is what it is, right?
Would you be referring to the buffet cutter?
There's tons of buffet cutters. I'm just talking about kids in general, right? Kids are going to run around. They're going to do silly stuff. And I like to think, and I hope that we do, and I apologize if we don't in any way, shape, or form, keep a close eye on our kids. And kids are going to do silly stuff that we correct them on every time. Because let's face it, kids have to learn, and you correct them through everything that they do. So that way they do learn, and they learn manners, and they learn etiquette, and they learn the right things to do. But, kids are kids, and you have to accept them. Now, there's that balance, right? Where, okay, kids are going to be kids, and you give them just enough leeway to kind of learn their way through the world. And then there's the people who never see their kids at all on the ship, and they run around crazy, and they have no idea what they're doing. And
I'm not having kids.
They're running through the hallways at 1 a.m. and they're doing silly, stupid stuff. And
now I know there were some new rules imposed.
Etiquette.
Especially on Carnival, saying the 1 a.m. curfew and things like that. But is it actually going to be enforced? Is it going to be enforced? What's going to happen? What do you think? Is it going to be enforced?
What going to be enforced?
The 1 a.m. curfew.
No, I don't. We're talking etiquette.
Mm-hmm.
Etiquette has nothing to do with enforcing rules. Etiquette has to do with me and you, our parents, to our 3 kids, and we know where they are and what they're doing, how they're behaving, and if they step out of line, we're going to correct them. That is etiquette. Mm-hmm. We're on vacation. The kids have some leeway. The kids, they're going to do something silly. Like one of them is going to cut in line to get a condiment at Guy's Burgers because they wanted that pickle and they reached over somebody, and that person may or may not get upset, right? The kid, and then we say, guys, listen, that's not how you do this. You wait in line, you wait behind the person, then you take your turn and whatever. Then there's you're talking about curfews and things like that. That has nothing to do with parenting and family etiquette.
Oh, we've done some solid parenting at sea.
Oh, yes, we have.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know. We see it, but I will never, ever judge.
The Gaylor said, my kids are more than 40 years old, and I don't take them on cruises because I don't want to be responsible for their bad behavior. That's why Julie's parents don't take us on cruises anymore.
My parents might feel the same way. Yes. Hold on. Click on. Yeah. Everyone parents differently and cruises differently. If you're not comfortable with kids being loud, then move. Yes, Tara, I love that comment. Thank you so much for saying that. Because I started to say this and then you highlighted the comment. I'm not going to judge anybody. You don't know who they are. You don't know what their situation is. You don't know if their kids are. There's
so many good comments. So Heidi says, I don't blame kids. I blame inattentive parents. And I'm going to take this opportunity to welcome Ma'am Ma's Adventures into the chat. Thank you for joining us. But she says she tries to teach her daughter etiquette in the hot tub, splashing around. I will say we were on.
That's a good one. Let's go there.
The kids with the hot tub.
The kids in the hot tub.
So our kids do like a hot tub, even though they're probably not supposed to be in there, whatever. But when they sit in the hot tub,
they're not supposed to be in there.
In the hot
Who says they're now? First of all, if it's a 16 and over hot tub, like some of the, especially outside the solarium and Oasis and some of the other, then it's designated a hot tub for whatever. But I've heard multiple people make comments about kids shouldn't even be in hot tubs when it's just an open pool hot tub or whatever. And that's regardless of whatever, the rules on the ship don't say that you can't have a 10-year-old in that hot tub. So your opinion based on whatever it is nothing more than an opinion. We all got them.
Becca said their 6-year-old was in a hot tub full of kids. They're all having a great time, and then one started splashing the others in the face. I said it wasn't nice to do that, and just left. Yeah, we were on Harmony, I think it was, and it was when the COVID regulations were still pretty tight, and they had like a hot tub monitor guy, and he was standing in front of the hot tub, and I go to get in the hot tub, and he's like, "Sir, you can't get in the hot tub." I was like, "Oh, why can't I get in the hot tub?" He's like, "There's already 9 people in there," and I looked, and there was like 9 kids, like half sitting in the thing, half on the other side. I was like, "Really, dude?" Like,
I really like Becca's comment here too. Becca, you make a really good point. Annoying, it shouldn't have been happening. I believe that it takes a village. I have no problem saying something. Now, I won't actually discipline anybody else's kid or whatever, but I will say, hey, you shouldn't be doing that politely. If it's something that's continuing on, I'm okay with that. But if something is happening that you're not happy with and it's not being taken care of, I think there's also the point where you just say, listen, I'm living on a city on the water for 7 days or 5 days or 3 days or 8 days or 14 days or however long you're on that cruise ship, and saying, I don't like what's going on here. I'm going to have to remove myself. And it doesn't, it kind of stinks if you want to be in that hot tub or if you want to be doing whatever it is that you're doing. But at the same time, everybody has a choice at every point in time. And if the choice isn't being made by the other people to follow the correct etiquette, then your choice is to own your own cruise and your own vacation, your own destination.
Tyra says, my kids get upset when I splash in the hot tub too. Laura says it's vacation for the kids too. There were I haven't clicked. There's I would love to click on every comment here because there's some really good ones.
Guys, this is a great chat.
Yeah, really
you guys don't know how long I've been waiting to have this conversation. So
and the Z Show has joined us.
What's up, Z?
Z, congratulations on 49 days. So
woohoo!
Katina Smith has joined us, new subscriber from Maine.
Guys, I just want to say, in the last few days, in the last few weeks,
another Northeasterner joining us. That might be a good time to bring up our 2 group cruises that are leaving out of Bayonne, New Jersey. The first in June of 2023 on the Oasis of the Seas, June 23rd.
So excited. Guys, if you are on that cruise with us and you have not made final payment yet, we've sent out notices, we've sent out whatever. Mm-hmm. We're coming up close. Final payment is almost due. Almost everybody,
20 days.
Yeah, almost everybody is paid up. We're almost all good to go. And we do still have 1 double occupancy cabin on that. So if you want to hop on, and it's a great rate, if you want to hop on the Oasis of the Seas with us, this June 23rd, 2023, and you have 2 people, and you want a balcony, I think it's like
2,000.
1,800. I think it's 18.
2080.
Anyway, hit us up because we have 1 balcony left. And
but if you missed
we'd
that
love
one,
to have you join us.
But if you missed that one and you're from the Northeast, or if you're not from the Northeast, but you really want to just come visit New York in November, which is a great time right before the holidays, you could join us for the Anthem of the Seas, the Jersey Takes Anthem Week.
He said 2080. I was like, okay.
2000.
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
And that one on Anthem of the Seas, that is for those of you from Jersey, that is Jersey Week. So the kids don't miss a lot of school. So it will end up being a really full ship, and we grabbed a lot of group space on that one. We grabbed a lot of group space on that one, and we can get you a balcony.
And we have a lot of people going
for just over $1,500 for a double occupancy balcony on that ship.
That's going to be a great cruise.
It's a good time to get out.
A lot of people going. It's a great time of year because in the Northeast, like it's like still like the warm is heading into the cold, so it's not super cold yet. We're going down to Nassau. We're going down to Coco Cay. We're going to hit Florida.
That's right, Eddie. It's Jersey Week.
A fantastic ship. We would love to have you join us in November. And
that's sponsored by How We Cruise Travel Agency.
It's going to be a really, really fun cruise. But what I was going to say is, so we have our own group pages. Like if you join us for a group cruise, we invite you into a Facebook page that has only the people in that Facebook page with us and the people who are part of our specific group. But everybody knows that like there's always other groups of that sailing, and I've been watching the numbers just go on the different sailings that we're going to be on coming up, and it's so fun. So yeah, I can't wait. And we're really in planning mode now. We're talking about all different types of things that we're going to do on the ship, things that we're going to do at port, and of course everything is optional. You don't have to. You can do as much or as little with us as you want, but it's going to be a good time.
Very
So,
good.
we
And Eddie's right. If you join the group cruise, we will bring pork roll.
pork roll. I digress because I was
right.
talking about something and then you jumped in and I forget what I was talking about.
You were talking about the kids.
I always talk about the kids.
Well, no, we were talking about kids in hot tubs and kids out late. And,
I was specifically making a point, and now I lost my.
Well, Kev, you could join us because it's right before Thanksgiving, so you could go right from one to the other. You'd be
so. I don't like traveling either at Thanksgiving time or thereafter, just because we have younger kids and it's so close to Christmas and it's a really hard time to travel. We've done it before. I thought it was going to be great, and it turned out to just make the holiday season a little bit more stressful.
Yes.
But I do love the beginning of November because I feel like it's just enough time, right? It's just enough time to like get on that vacation and then come home.
Tess is my new favorite person.
Okay.
The 2024 goal: cruise out of New York or New Jersey.
Come with us, Tess.
Oh.
What?
I thought it said group cruise out of New York, which we'll do that too. So how about both? We'll just do both.
Taz, I'll kick them for you. Count number 2.
But you know what? No, it's a good goal.
She's saying that that's her goal. She wants to cruise out of New York.
I misread it. I need glasses.
Because we go out of there all the time. I want to do Symphony because I have not been on Symphony yet, and Symphony is coming up to New Jersey.
I think Symphony 2024 might be a good idea.
Yeah. Chris, I think it's a great idea for you too. I really am. I'm super looking forward to November.
Yes. Chris has numbers.
So I think we're gonna go on to like another.
All right. I'm gonna give you 7 more minutes.
Oh my gosh! Like time's flown. We only
pick one more. Pick one more. Oh, we got 3 in.
I don't even know. There's so many. I have guys. If you saw my list,
Patrick and Becca. I don't know if you guys have been on a Oasis class ship yet. I think you said you have, but I'm not certain on that.
Right.
But if you have not, you need. If you're traveling with the kids, Oasis class ship, any and all of the above Oasis class ships, definitely 100%. And Laura said she'll watch your kids. So
this is the fastest chat ever. I'm not even kidding. How has it been?
I'm doing my best to keep up. I'm trying very hard.
I'm not talking about the fastest chat here. I mean, they are like, I can't believe we've been doing this for almost an hour. I feel like we've been doing it for 5 minutes.
Oh, give me one more.
Okay. Give me one more. Okay, I'm gonna give you a really good one, a really big one that really kind of like twists my toenails.
Where are we going?
Rude to the staff. Yeah. Rude to the staff. Any of the crew. If you are rude to the crew, I don't care if they're right, wrong, or indifferent. They live on that ship for months and months and months at a time, sometimes a year. They work their butt off. They get next to no time off or breaks.
Pause before you start that. I just want to finish that one thought because Laura asked a question. Okay. Laura asked, starting at what age would you say, and I believe she means for kids on Oasis. The answer to that is all ages. Yeah. All ages. All ages, from the littlest ones up to the 17, 18.
Yeah, the splash pad is awesome. The kids club is great, and there's stuff to do at every age. And
but I digress. Awesome. So I'm sorry. You're rude to crew.
Rude to the crew. So I'm going to give an example here. We were just on the NCL breakaway, and everybody's got an opinion, right?
Opinion like what?
And we were down. You know what? Because of the situation, I'm not going to use the names. Otherwise, I would use the names of the crew. And we were down at a bar, and they were the only one there. And they were supposed to have some help, and the help wasn't there. Regardless of why the help wasn't there, this person was working their butt off. I mean, when I say
amazing,
you could tell this person has been a bartender for 15 years. Mm-hmm. I mean, he was just like making like drinks, and he was slinging them left and right and whatever, and he was on top of it. But when you have an entire bar all by yourself, I mean, I know there's probably some bartenders out there that can attest to this, and you can attest to this.
Oh, I've tended bar before, and I've never spit in a drink.
Stop it. You say something like that, and then it makes it sound, it rolls into my chat, and then that's he's making a joke, and that did not happen, not even kind of. So this guy is working his butt off, and all of these people are waiting for their drinks, and he's doing his best, and in between trying not to drop anyone and get everybody their drink, yesterday, because everybody wants it within 2 minutes. he's also trying to call for help and saying, I don't know where my help is, but like I'm drowning here. I'm literally drowning. And people
I believe
are rude.
I believe I even said to you, like, should I go back and help him? Like,
and it's like, yeah, no, clearly you're not allowed to do that. Actually, there was somebody that next to us that did say, can I come back and help you? Yeah. You said that to me, but somebody else actually said that to him. Guys, it is what it is. And this is what I wanted to say earlier too. You're on vacation or you're on a trip. I don't care if you're vloggers or travel agents or whatever, and you're on a business trip. You are being serviced by somebody else. And don't we just owe everybody just a little bit? I mean, if every day that you did your job, somebody breathed down your back and said, you're not doing it right. I know it's your vacation. I know it's your trip. I know it's your time, but dude, give everybody a break, because at the end of the day, you're not more entitled than anybody else. And if you have the need to have to speak meanly, nasty, and yell at somebody because you don't feel that you're getting the service that you should,
how about when we went How about when we went ice skating on Oasis?
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Oh,
you were really upset about that.
Closest I think I've ever come to punching someone.
You did say you wanted to punch him.
Oh no, that person deserved,
that wouldn't have happened.
That person deserved that person deserved a solid throat punch. This dude with his wife and 2 kids, and I hope you found our channel and you're watching this, because I'm calling you out there, bro.
Like you said,
so
we're all preaching to the choir.
Yeah, but this fella thought that it was a wise idea, because he had been on an Oasis class ship like 8 or 9 years ago, and back then they didn't have to wait to go ice skating. They didn't have to wear helmets. He thought that it was appropriate that he emphasized that to the young girl who was taking the putting the stickers on the cards to what time they could come back and all that. And he was expressing his displeasure at how, didn't she know who they were? Because I don't know if it was, if it was a status thing or what it was, but they'd been on an Oasis class ship before. And he was so mean to her. And I think he even called her a name. Like she was, I was not happy, not happy at all.
I mean, guys, like if,
I gave her a hug.
Be nice.
I did. I gave her a hug. I felt bad. I gave her a hug.
So I watched earlier tonight, because it was released today. JJ Cruz post a vlog today, or a video out there on YouTube talking about an experience that they had at dinner, and they were kind of talking about sweet status, and maybe people who feel that they have a little bit more of an elite status, or whether that is the case or not, but people who are rude to other people because they feel like maybe they're a little bit entitled to be in a certain area of the ship or have a certain whatever. That was an interesting thing to watch, and I watched it. And
good night, Eddie.
Good night, Eddie. Thank you for joining us. Say good night to Alice. Oops. Yeah, so that was, and I kind of laughed because we'd already had planned out what we were going to talk about, and then their video kind of had some of the same things or thoughts that we had on just people being rude to other people is not okay.
Jamie suggested that I punch somebody on Primo. I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all.
But I didn't finish reading it, and you clicked off it.
I'll go back. There. He said, or at least I tried to wrestle somebody who was more of a compliance hold, I think, than anything. But, it was fine. It was fine. There's no security cameras. There was an elevator thing. The guy tried to get in the elevator. It was a thing. It was fine.
I tend to go to bed early on those nights.
It was fine.
Or try to anyway.
Cindy met you at Rotan. Hi, Cindy. How are you?
I love Rotan. That's one of my favorite. It's my favorite.
Cindy, was it next
I know.
Okay.
Rotan is my absolute favorite. I love it. I was telling the kids how we had a good time where we went, and maybe we would end up going back there with them too. I would take them back there. So.
What other mean people being mean to crew stories do we have? Most people we see are pretty good. Most
No.
people we see are pretty good, and that's why it's not tolerated. So if they're working their butts off, they're there for their, and they're working for their tips too. And
Yeah.
we'll kind of tack that on to the being kind to the crew thing. Is the best way you can be kind to your crew is, a smile and a couple dollars. That's don't give them a hard time. Give them a smile, give them a high five, give them a hug, and throw a couple bucks in their pocket, because that's all going home to their families, and that's the best way to let them know that you appreciate them. That and being nice.
I think I'll throw out one more thing for etiquette. I mean, again, my list, guys, if you saw it, is like this long. But I'm looking at a couple. I can kind of roll a couple of them into each other, and it's just like, and it kind of comes with when I posted it on Facebook earlier today or whatever, shared our link. I said, it comes down to the etiquette, but also just being like a nice human, being a decent person, like things like just following the rules. Like, rules are there for a reason, right? So,
and yes,
they
apply to you, whether you're a red
do.
card or a blue card or diamond or platinum or.
But you don't have to like them. But there's still a rule, right? So, like, don't throw things overboard. Don't, say, oh,
including
well,
your children and your spouse.
I know I'm not supposed to cross this line, but I'm going to anyway. Don't go into the crew areas. Mm-hmm. Don't, I don't know, like, cut in line. Don't, I don't know, be mindful of like your belongings and other people's belongings. Don't, we talked about the pool chairs, but like there's other things too, like reserving like seats at the shows.
That used to be a much bigger thing than it is now, because people can reserve seats on the apps now. But remember back in the day when you'd go into like the main theater and there'd be somebody sprawled out across like 7 seats going, no, my 15 family members are coming.
Yeah, but I'm just about following the rules. How about smoking? It's not like, dude, how many times have we like smelled like somebody smoking in a cabin or two next to us out on the balcony? And we know it. We can smell it. We're out there. We're not smokers. It does bother us. But like, there are smoking areas on the ship for a reason. I get it. You're a smoker. Then go to the freaking smoking area. I'm sorry. Like, just follow the rules. Follow the rules. What is James, all you have to say there?
Is it even if a crew member tells me something I don't want to hear or they're not able to help me with, I always say thank you for taking the time to assist. Have a good day. And Tess had a great story.
That's a great point.
Tess had a good little story here. She says she was in line at guest services one time and a lady walked up and said, "Excuse me, I'm diamond and I need help." And the guest services person said, "Well, she's platinum and I'm helping her." That's good. I like it. That's good stuff.
I just think that at the end of the day, and I've said this again, and I don't mean to preach and I don't mean to whatever, and I'm not getting up on any kind of soapbox or anything, but I do think that we all have a choice and we can be upset or we
destination fun. Have a good night.
We could be upset or we could be happy. We could be frustrated or we can like move through and just like kind of enjoy life. And dude, I hope that you choose happy, because that's what I want to choose.
Because I tell you what, every cruise we've ever been on, we've never had a bad cruise.
No.
And you know what? Have we run into crew that were? We run into some rude people. Have we run into some?
Brian said, "Mom, you're gonna." Because when I told him like what we're gonna talk about, he goes, "You're gonna talk about the elevator lady, right?" We talked about elevators in general. We didn't talk about the elevator lady.
She was for another time.
Yeah.
Get us liquored up on a ship sometime. We'll tell you about that one. That one's not for YouTube. Kevin says every ship needs a catapult to launch a catapult and leader to launch the rule breakers into the harbor at port. Why do we have to do it in harbor at port? It's so much more fun out at open sea. And then we do the same thing where we bring back the skeet shooting and it's like pull.
Hey, so not to like kind of like I kind of think we probably should be starting to wrap it up.
Yes, we should.
I started watching, not that I have any time to watch any kind of TV, because I think I've watched like 3 episodes in the last 3 weeks, just as I've had time. But I went back through old archives and I started The Love Boat from the beginning, just because I thought it would be fun to watch it. Oh my God.
Oh, it's hilarious.
It is so funny. It is so funny. If you haven't watched The Love Boat in a while, or if you've never watched it, for sure, go watch episodes of The Love Boat. It's been really fun. Been
It's been
watching
good.
just the way that they handle
It's been
things. The way
good.
some of the things are just definitely not appropriate for today's day and
No,
age.
definitely not.
And also, just the way that they like visitors are allowed on the ship. Oh, it's so funny. It's
But I'm
just
definitely,
like,
but you know what I definitely appreciated most, and I definitely think I'm gonna have to bring back some of those hairstyles. That's what I'm thinking.
yeah. Guys, we had a lot of fun chat tonight. I'm sorry if we didn't get to your comment. Please, by all means, give us some exclamation points or some question marks before, or some cues before your
Throw
question.
the comments down in the chat. I think this is a great conversation to have. I'm glad you guys were all.
I hope you join us next week.
Yes, next week we'll be live again.
I will have our next vloggers day. It's Costa Maya. I've been working on Costa Maya. Yes,
Costa Maya.
We love Costa Maya. So Roatan and Costa Maya, two of our very favorite ports. I love Costa Maya. We had a great day. I'm edited a lot through that, so we're pretty close. So that will definitely be out this week.
So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you got that notification bell on.
Yeah, we invite you to subscribe, please, guys. Just I know this is the live chat, so it's probably preaching to the choir here, but it does not cost you a thing. It's completely free. It just lets us know that the content that we're providing that you like, and it also bookmarks our channel in your playlist, so it kind of shows up in your feed, but it doesn't cost anything. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't send you any other extra kind of spam or anything. It just lets us, and it helps us. It helps our channel.
But just like we talked about all night, sharing is caring. So share the channel with a friend.
We would love that.
So
I hope that we do. And if there's something that you want to hear us talk about on a live, please feel free to send us a message. Send us on Facebook, on Instagram. Send it to us on YouTube. Email us. And if you want to book a cruise, come with us in Oasis in June. Come with us in November. Or tell us what you want to book, and maybe we'll come with you, and we'll start a whole group there, or we'll just come with you. So let's do it.
Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. It's been fun. It's been real. And we'll see you next week. And we will see you on the seas.
See you on the seas.